Brothers and sisters, let's pause for a moment and take a deep breath together. Feel the air filling your lungs, nourishing your body, and grounding you in this very moment. It seems so simple, doesn't it? Yet what if I told you that this one unconscious act holds the secret to transforming not only your day but your entire life? Have you ever wondered why, when you're overwhelmed with stress, someone might tell you, just breathe? It's almost instinctive advice, yet the science and wisdom behind it are profound. What if every single breath you've ever taken carried with it a hidden power, a gateway to calm, clarity, and even an extraordinary sense of control over your destiny? Yes, brothers and sisters, that's exactly what it does. Throughout history, ancient civilizations believed that the breath was far more than just a life-sustaining function. They saw it as a bridge, a connection between the physical and the spiritual, the mundane and the divine. Mystics in the Himalayan mountains braved freezing winds and scorching deserts, using nothing but their breath to fuel their endurance. Indigenous peoples across the Americas spoke of the breath as a sacred wind, connecting them to their ancestors and to the rhythms of the universe. And today, modern science is finally catching up, revealing that conscious breathing can reduce stress, boost focus, and even slow the effects of aging. So here's the question for you. When was the last time you truly paid attention to your breathing? When was the last time you paused and felt the life flowing in and out of you? Because here's the truth. Every breath you take isn't just keeping you alive. It's a chance to reset, to heal, and to empower yourself in ways you might never have thought possible. Think about it. The very act that keeps you alive could also be the key to unlocking your potential. And the best part? It's free. No expensive equipment, no complicated rituals, just you, your breath, and a little bit of focus. If this idea sparks even a hint of curiosity, you're in the right place. Over the course of this journey, we're going to dive deep into the transformative power of breathing. We'll uncover ancient secrets, explore cutting-edge science, and most importantly, learn how you can harness this overlooked superpower in your own life. Before we go further, if you're as intrigued as I am by the mysteries of the human experience and want more insights like these, consider hitting that subscribe button. Together, we'll explore not just how to live, but how to truly thrive. Now take another deep breath. Let it fill you with calm and anticipation, because what comes next might just change how you see the world and yourself forever. Let's begin. Let's travel back in time, brothers and sisters, to an era when the world was untamed, vast, and filled with mysteries. Imagine standing on the edge of a Himalayan cliff, the air crisp and thin, as ancient yogis sat motionless, their breath weaving a rhythm with the winds. These mystics weren't just surviving in the harsh wilderness, they were thriving, mastering their energy and their minds. How? Through the power of breath. In 500 BCE, Indian sages began documenting a practice they called pranayama, the art of controlling one's breath. This wasn't merely about breathing, it was about harnessing life force, or prana, which they believed flowed through the body, like an unseen river. To them, controlling the breath was akin to steering a boat in a storm. It was the key to navigating life's chaos. They taught that by mastering breath, one could transcend physical limitations, sharpen focus, and even connect to a higher spiritual plane. But the mystics of India weren't alone in their discoveries. Across the vast deserts of China, Taoist masters were observing similar phenomena. Around 300 BCE, they began practicing Qigong, a discipline that combined breath control, movement, and meditation. They believed that by drawing in the qi or life energy through deliberate breathing, they could strengthen their bodies, expand their lifespans, and achieve remarkable feats of endurance. Some accounts describe practitioners walking barefoot, on burning coals, or standing for hours in freezing snow, their bodies seemingly unfazed by the extremes. To them, the breath wasn't just survival, it was mastery. Even further west, the Greeks were having their own revelations. In the 4th century BCE, philosophers like Hippocrates, the father of medicine, began to notice how the way we breathe influences our health. He believed that proper breathing was essential for balancing the body's natural humors, the elements he thought governed physical and emotional well-being. In their academies, Greek thinkers used breathing exercises to prepare for intense debates, sharpening their minds before delving into philosophical discussions. For them, the breath wasn't just a bodily function, it was a tool for clarity and precision. What's remarkable, brothers and sisters, is that these civilizations, separated by thousands of miles and oceans, arrived at the same conclusion. They saw breath as more than air. It was energy. It was vitality. It was a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. And their discoveries weren't just stories or myths. They were practices passed down through generations, refined and preserved as sacred knowledge. Fast forward to today, and modern science is finally validating what these ancient cultures knew all along. In the early 2000s, studies began to emerge highlighting the physiological effects of breath control. Researchers at Stanford University, led by neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman, found that specific breathing techniques could activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural calm mode. This means that controlled breathing doesn't just make you feel relaxed. It physically reduces stress hormones like cortisol, slowing your heart rate and lowering blood pressure. Even more astonishingly, recent studies have shown that conscious breathing can reshape brainwave activity. In 2016, researchers discovered that slow, rhythmic breathing synchronizes brainwaves in the areas responsible for focus and decision-making. In other words, the simple act of controlling your breath can literally rewire your brain, helping you think clearer and act with intention. But the ancients already knew this, didn't they? They might not have had microscopes or brain scans, but they had something just as powerful: observation. They noticed how a panicked breath, short, shallow, and rapid, mirrored the chaos of the mind. Conversely, deep, steady breathing seemed to invite peace, clarity, and strength. And so they practiced, refining their techniques and passing them on, whispering through the ages, "Master your breath and you will master your life." Now here's where it gets even more fascinating. In many cultures, breath was seen not just as a personal tool, but as a way to connect with the universe. Native American tribes, for example, believed that each breath was a gift from the Great Spirit, a reminder of their connection to all living things. During sacred rituals, they used deep, purposeful breathing to enter states of heightened awareness, bridging the gap between the physical and the spiritual realms. So why does this matter today? Because, brothers and sisters, the wisdom of the ancients isn't just a relic of the past. It's a gift for the present. Their practices have survived for millennia because they work. They remind us that in a world filled with distractions and noise, we hold the key to our peace, our power, and our potential right beneath our noses. As we continue this journey, I invite you to take another deep breath. Feel it fill you, grounding you in this moment and connecting you to the wisdom of generations past. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe. Together, we'll continue exploring these timeless truths, unlocking the secrets of a better, more intentional life. Let's keep breathing and keep learning together. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. Your breath, moving steadily in and out, is not just keeping you alive, but carrying energy, intention, and possibility. This is not merely a poetic idea. It's a truth deeply rooted in both ancient teachings and modern discoveries. Breathing, that simple and constant act, is a doorway into understanding the balance of our internal world and the boundless energy that flows within and around us. To fully grasp this, let's dive into a fascinating concept shared across many cultures: the flow of energy through pathways in the body. Ancient Indian yogis called these pathways nadis, channels through which prana, or life force, travels. They believed there were thousands of these pathways crisscrossing the body, but three were considered paramount. The first Ida is associated with the moon, intuition and calmness. The second, Pingala, represents the sun, vitality and action. And the third, Sushumna, runs along the spine, acting as the central highway that connects and balances the other two. When these pathways are open and energy flows freely, the body and mind find harmony. When blocked, however, we feel out of sync, physically or emotionally. In Taoist philosophy, this idea takes a slightly different form. Instead of nadis, the Taoists speak of qi flowing through meridians, energetic roots that fuel the body. Qi is the vital energy believed to animate every living being. When qi circulates properly, it promotes health, focus, and strength. If disrupted, it can lead to fatigue, illness, or mental unrest. Both systems, despite their cultural differences, converge on one key truth. Our breath is the tool that governs this flow of energy. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how your breathing changes when you're stressed? It becomes shallow, quick, almost frantic. This is your body's fight or flight response kicking in, directing energy to survival rather than balance. Conversely, in moments of peace like watching a sunrise or hearing the gentle rustle of leaves, your breath slows, deepens, and steadies. This isn't just coincidence. It's biology, psychology, and in many ways, spirituality working together. Modern science has begun to decode these ancient ideas, revealing how breath impacts the nervous system. At its core, your body operates on two modes: the sympathetic, action and stress, and parasympathetic, rest and repair, nervous systems. The breath is the switch that toggles between them. Slow, controlled breathing activates the parasympathetic system, reducing stress hormones and bringing the body into a state of relaxation. Techniques like deep diaphragmatic breathing send signals to your brain that it's safe to relax, slowing your heart rate, and even improving digestion. It's as though, with every mindful inhale and exhale, you're telling your body, you're okay, you're in control. But here's where the ancient wisdom outpaces modern understanding. The yogis and Taoists didn't just use breath to calm the body. They believed it could elevate the mind to higher states of awareness. This idea is vividly explored in practices like pranayama or qigong, where specific breathing patterns are paired with visualization or movement. For instance, alternate nostril breathing, a common pranayama technique, is thought to balance the Ida and Pingala nadis, bringing harmony to the mind and body. On the other hand, Taoist breathwork often involves synchronizing breathing with flowing movements, creating a meditative dance of energy. These practices are not relics of the past, they are tools for the present. Take, for example, the way athletes are now trained to use breath to enhance performance. Swimmers focus on timing their breathing to conserve energy. Marathon runners use deep rhythmic breathing to maintain endurance. Even elite soldiers are taught box breathing, a method involving equal counts of inhaling, holding, exhaling, and pausing to stay calm and focused in high-pressure situations. These are modern echoes of the ancient belief that mastering breath means mastering energy. The concept of breath as energy extends beyond the individual, connecting us to the world around us. Indigenous tribes, for example, often see breath as a thread that binds humanity to nature. During ceremonies, their deep, deliberate breathing is not just for grounding, but for tuning into the rhythms of the earth, the wind, and the spirits of their ancestors. This perspective, though spiritual, aligns with a growing environmental awareness. Just as we depend on the earth for air, the way we breathe, calm or frantic, reflects our relationship with the natural world. But there's another dimension to consider. What happens when we use breath not just to restore balance, but to create, to transform? The idea of breathing intentionally to manifest change is an age-old practice, yet it feels almost futuristic. Visualize this. As you inhale deeply, you picture light, energy, and possibility entering your body. As you exhale, you release doubt, fear, and negativity. With each breath, you're not just calming your mind, you're shaping your reality. This is the core of many meditation practices and manifestation techniques. The idea that intention paired with breath can direct the flow of energy toward your goals. So, brothers and sisters, the breath isn't just a function, it's a force. It's the silent rhythm that sustains us, the invisible thread connecting us to the past and the present, the earth and the stars, the body and the spirit. And it's always there, ready to guide us toward balance, clarity, and creation. As we continue this journey, let's explore how to put this knowledge into practice. If this resonates with you, Take a moment to subscribe and breathe in the anticipation of what's to come. Together, we'll uncover the tools to master our energy, one breath at a time. Imagine standing at the edge of a forest as the sun rises, its light spilling through the trees, painting the air with warmth and gold. In that moment, you feel connected to the earth beneath your feet, to the sky above, and to the rhythm of your own breath. This sensation, this unity, is not just a fleeting emotion. It is the result of something ancient and deeply rooted in human experience. The interplay between breath, energy, and our connection to the greater universe. Breath has always been seen as a bridge, not only within ourselves but also to the world around us. Indigenous tribes, for instance, have long regarded breathing as a sacred act, a way of aligning their spirits with the natural elements. In their ceremonies, the inhale is often seen as a gift from the earth, while the exhale is a gesture of gratitude, a release of tension back into the world. This cyclical exchange mirrors the larger rhythm of life: creation and release, giving and receiving, beginnings and endings. It reminds us that the breath is not an isolated act. It is a dialogue, a conversation with existence itself. This perspective becomes even more profound when we consider the natural cycles that govern our lives. Take the ocean, for example. Its tides rise and fall in a dance dictated by the moon, much like the ebb and flow of our breathing. Similarly, trees inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen, a process that sustains us even as we give them the breath they need in return. This silent exchange between humans and nature is a reminder of our interdependence, a subtle but powerful connection that ties us to something far greater than ourselves. But what does this mean for us on a practical level? How can we, in the midst of busy lives, tap into this profound relationship between breath and the world around us? The answer lies in awareness. To breathe consciously is to engage with this connection, to recognize that each inhale is an opportunity to draw in life's energy, and each exhale a chance to let go of what no longer serves us. It's about finding balance, not just within, but also in our relationship with the earth and those around us. Modern science has begun to explore these ideas in fascinating ways. Researchers in environmental psychology have found that spending time in nature coupled with mindful breathing has measurable effects on well-being. A study from 2018 revealed that people who practiced deep breathing exercises while walking in a forest showed a significant decrease in cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress. Their heart rates slowed, their minds cleared, and their sense of connection to their surroundings deepened. This is more than just a pleasant experience, it's a physiological shift, a recalibration of body and mind. Even urban environments, though often chaotic, can become spaces for mindful breathing and connection. A moment of stillness in a crowded park, a deliberate breath taken while feeling the warmth of the sun or the cool touch of the wind. These small acts anchor us, reminding us that even in the midst of a bustling city, we are part of a greater rhythm. This is where the breath becomes not just a tool for survival, but a medium for grounding, for finding calm in the chaos. The ancient Taoists spoke of this relationship as a form of harmony. To them, the breath was a thread that tied individuals to the Tao, the natural way of the universe. They believed that by breathing with intention, one could align themselves with this flow, becoming like water, fluid, adaptable, and in tune with the environment. Their practices, rooted in breath and movement, aim to dissolve the barriers between self and surroundings, creating a state of effortless connection. This wisdom, though ancient, feels more relevant than ever in our modern world. With the rise of technology and the constant demands of daily life, it's easy to feel disconnected from others, from nature, even from ourselves. But the breath offers a way back. It invites us to slow down, to pause, and to remember that we are not separate from the world but intricately woven into its fabric. Imagine for a moment breathing not just for yourself but as part of a collective. With each inhale, you draw in the energy of the world around you. With each exhale, you contribute something back: your presence, your intention, your gratitude. This exchange is not just symbolic, it's real, a tangible reminder that every breath we take affects not only us but also the world we inhabit. This idea has been echoed in spiritual traditions across the globe. In Native American rituals, participants often breathe in unison. During ceremonies, their collective breath symbolizing unity and shared purpose. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness of breathing is a path to compassion, a way of understanding that our breath is the same as the breath of others, that we are all interconnected. Even science is beginning to uncover how this shared rhythm influences us. Studies have shown that when people breathe together, whether in a choir, a meditation group, or even a yoga class, their heart rates begin to synchronize. This phenomenon, known as physiological coherence, suggests that our bodies are attuned to one another in ways we are only beginning to understand. As you take your next breath, think of it not just as an act of necessity, but as a gesture of connection. To the earth, to others, to the infinite cycle of life. With every inhale, you are part of something vast. With every exhale, you leave your mark on it. This is the beauty of breath. It reminds us of our place in the grand symphony of existence, grounding us while lifting us towards something greater. So, brothers and sisters, take a moment now to breathe with intention. Feel the air around you, the pulse of life within you, and the quiet connection to all that surrounds you. If this resonates with you, consider joining us on this journey by subscribing. Together, let's explore the endless possibilities that come from embracing this sacred rhythm, one breath at a time. Brothers and sisters, as we come to the end of this exploration, let me leave you with one final thought. Every breath you take is an untapped moment of potential. It is the simplest, most profound act, and yet we rarely stop to consider its significance. But what if we did? What if we chose to approach every inhale as a chance to draw in vitality, every exhale as an opportunity to let go of what no longer serves us? What would our lives look like if we truly embraced the power hidden within this quiet rhythm of existence? Breath is not just about staying alive, it's about living fully. It's the key that unlocks the doors to clarity, balance, and even transformation. It connects us to our bodies, to our minds, and to the world around us. It grounds us in the present and anchors us to the eternal flow of life. And the best part? This power is yours, always available, always waiting, hidden in plain sight within you. Imagine waking up tomorrow and choosing to live with this awareness. You take a deep breath, feeling its calm strength spreading through you, grounding you, centering you. As challenges arise, you don't react in haste but respond with intention. Each breath a steadying force, a quiet reminder of your control. This isn't just a dream, it's a reality within your reach. The only thing standing between you and this transformation is your choice to embrace it. You see, the breath is not just a tool, it's a teacher. It teaches us to slow down in a world that demands speed. It reminds us to focus inward when the noise outside becomes too loud. And it shows us that even in the smallest, most unnoticed actions, there is the potential for profound change. With each conscious breath, we rewrite the narrative of our lives, replacing stress with stillness, fear with courage, and chaos with clarity. And yet it goes deeper. When we breathe with awareness, we align ourselves with the greater rhythms of the universe. Every inhale mirrors the pull of the tides, every exhale the release of the wind. We are reminded that we are not separate from nature, but part of its intricate design. This connection brings a sense of belonging, of being in tune with something vast and timeless. It's a powerful realization that within the simple act of breathing lies the blueprint of life itself. So here's my challenge to you. After this video ends, take one deliberate, mindful breath. Feel the air filling your lungs, the gentle rise and fall of your body. In that moment, recognize the immense power you hold. This is your starting point, the first step on a journey toward greater awareness and transformation. You don't need to change everything overnight. All you need to do is begin with one breath, one intention, one moment of connection. As you carry this awareness forward, let it ripple into every corner of your life. Let it guide how you face difficulties, how you find peace in the everyday, and how you connect with those around you. Because, brothers and sisters, the breath is not just yours, it is shared by all living things. It's a thread that ties us to one another, a reminder that in the grand story of existence we are never truly alone. As we part ways for now, I invite you to reflect on this journey. If you found value in these words, if they've sparked something within you, consider subscribing and joining this growing community. Together, we'll continue to explore the mysteries of life, the hidden powers within us, and the truths that connect us all. Take one more deep breath, feel its quiet strength, its grounding presence. Let it remind you that the power to change, to grow, to transform is always just a breath away. Until next time, brothers and sisters, breathe deeply and live fully.